Hey, welcome everybody. Comics and Illustration Studio 7.62. I'm Avery Butterworth, colorist, freelance illustrator.
Sorry.
This is my shitbag friend, Andrew.
Hi, everybody.
He's a douche.
I didn't realize you hadn't already started. I thought you were already live. That's why I was...
No, you're an idiot.
Why, when you started yelling, shut up, I'm like, what the hell? Why is he telling me to shut up?
You're a bad friend.
I am. But I am your best friend.
Oh, I hate you.
You know, all you got to do is admit it, and I'll stop saying it. Because I'll know it in my heart that it's true.
You're the worst.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't mean like bratwurst. Jeez. Trying to get the chat up.
Very good.
Hey, what's up, Marco? How's it going, man? You staying safe there in Hawaii? They had the hurricanes like we get all the time.
Yeah, you haven't missed much. Avery's just berating me for being such a good friend. I don't know why he does that, but he does.
I'm trying to teach you.
Trying to teach me.
I'm trying to help you. This is a teachable moment. I hate that phrase.
Hey, do they still have the problem with the hurricane? Not the hurricane, the volcano in Hawaii, because I haven't heard the news talking about it at all. And like a few weeks ago, it was like the worst thing ever that was ever going to happen ever. And now they don't talk about it. Is it done? Is it over?
It's Hawaii. It's all a volcano.
Well, I figured if the volcano's erupting and a hurricane's coming through, one of those two things is going to put the other out, you know? Notice I did not pay attention during biology. I didn't pay attention during any of my sciences. So
I don't think even a hurricane could quench a volcano.
Well, I think it would help, wouldn't it?
I don't think it would make much of a difference.
If you dumped a crap load of water on the lava, wouldn't it harden and, you know,
what happens when you heat something up really, really super hot, then douse it with water? What happens?
There'd be a lot of steam.
It can also go boom.
Oh, so what you're saying is Hawaii's about ready to go boom on us, right?
It could make it worse.
Okay.
You've never like superheated anything that cooled it off?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story about that time? You know, the story of that time that I did that thing.
No.
When Jen and I were first married, I was cooking, or I was going to cook macaroni and cheese on the stove, and I took one of her Pyrex, really nice Pyrex dishes and pots, and I put it on the stove, and I turned on the heat. But I didn't put the water in. I forgot to put the water in. And then I got distracted by something. Most likely it was one of the kids. And when I came back, it was nice and hot. And I said, well, I'll just add the water to it. So I picked up a glass, a glass, filled it with water, cold water, mind you. And then as I started to pour it into the pot, the Pyrex pot, the pot exploded. One of the fragments went into my hand and shattered the glass in my hand. Luckily, I wasn't damaged more than, oh my gosh, I had a glass explode in my hand and a pot explode in front of me. So I do know exactly what happens when you add cold water to really hot stuff. So
yeah,
Marco says if Hawaii blows up, he's moving to Canada.
Don't move to Canada.
Come to Florida. We like it here in Florida.
Yeah, we have hurricanes. We have hurricanes too, but
yeah, we don't have state tax, and we have stand your ground laws. So two things that are good for us.
Yeah. So.
All right, I'm sorry. I should not go political. I'm not good at it.
I'm all for stand your ground laws.
So I have plans to make a new video.
Yeah. Yeah. Andrew? Okay, who dipped out, me or Andrew? Was it me or Andrew, Marco? Oh,
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's Andrew. Yeah, now I can hear you. Now.
Oh, okay.
Typing "Can you hear me" doesn't work. Dear God, I can't believe you did that.
Marco, you can't hear me? Crap.
No, Marco can hear you. Hold on.
Oh. You just said, "Oh, good now." Well, I
gotta wait a second, man.
I went to the controls and I turned off my camera, and for some reason that dipped me out. I don't know why.
You should have just.
Well, my camera was just looking at my keyboard. What you should have done is selected your screen, so your screen's the only one that people see, and then I wouldn't have to care about it.
Well, I share my view time with whoever's streaming with me.
Oh, well, I'm not drawing right now. I'm actually taking notes on that video that I'm going to work on.
All right. Well, now I got it locked on me now, I think.
Gotta wait a second, man. That's what she said.
Yeah, you gotta wait a second.
And you won't believe how many times I said, "That's what she said" during work today. It was like every other joke was...
No, do not make those at work.
Oh, Ryan makes them as well, so what do I care?
Let him do it.
You don't do it. What's he gonna do? Fire me?
Oh, Ryan. Okay. I was thinking about the other. Never mind.
You were thinking about the ladies?
The other job.
Oh, that other job. Oh no. Oh well, I have a story that I'm gonna tell. Because you know how sometimes when we're having a conversation, I tend to get passionate about something, and I can go on and on and on and do something like that. I did it while at work at the new job during a training session, and I said something that I later realized was really, really bad.
God, you're so dumb.
I mean, really bad, but it was, luckily the person, I at least, God, I hope she didn't take it the way I said it, but you want me to tell you the story?
You're going to anyway.
Well, no, I was saving it. I was saving it for my video. I was going to tell it during my video, my next video, but I mean, I could share it with you.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
freak show.
early on, we had to do all these different training sessions with different people regarding different stuff. And I was doing a training session for one of our quality applications, something that I in my job never use, but they wanted to make me familiar with it. So it was me, the other girl who was brand new, and a couple, maybe one or two other people, and the instructor. And the instructor was telling us stuff about the system, and that may have been the week. No, it wasn't. I was going to say that may have been the week that I was working both jobs at the same time, but it wasn't. I know it definitely wasn't. And I was literally falling asleep. I was so bored. I could barely keep my eyes open. And I'm sitting there. We're in a big conference room. We're around a table, chairs, and there's a big screen. And she's directing us to look up at the screen. And my eyes are, I probably caught myself, jumped, type of thing, at least once or twice. Well, then she had said something. She brought up something that clicked with me, and it made me ask a question. And that question led to another question, which led to another question, which led to an idea, which led to a bunch of different things. And I started really getting involved, really getting into to whatever it was we were talking about. And I turned to her and said, "Oh, I'm awake now. Let's go." I realized I just told her I was falling asleep.
Dude, you're so clueless sometimes.
I literally said to her, "Hey, I'm awake now." It's like, She kind of looked at me like, was there ever a time where I wasn't? But the truth was, yes, there was. I was.
You're.
I know. I don't know.
Dude, you just do not know.
I am. Well, the joke that I'm going to make during my next video is that I'm going to say I'm not naive, and then I'm going to say, well, my friends would probably call me oblivious. Ha 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 ha. And then I was going to tell that story. Because it actually has to do with what I'm going to talk about in the video. But, yeah, I need help, Avery. Help me, man. Help me. Now, here's something interesting. I'm looking at the video on YouTube, okay? And Hero is a completely different brown than what I'm looking at on your screen in the Hangout. In the Hangout, it is much, much, much darker.
In the Hangout?
Yeah, it's much, much darker.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's a good question, Marco. Marco just asked a question. She says, I'm currently saving up money to get a Holy Grail commission from one of my favorite artists. If money wasn't an issue, what would be your guys' ultimate commission from any of your favorite artists? And I know that's easy for me. What about you, Avery? Is there any artist out there that you'd love to have an original from, and what would it be if money was not an option?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. So many people have turned out to be awful.
Well, not all of them. I mean, what about like an original Drew Struzman or something, you know, or a?
Nah, I don't care.
Yep.
Maybe one of his pieces.
One of his original, not his. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like one of his paintings, like one of his like nude figure study paintings or something.
Right.
Or I wouldn't hate an original Walter Simonson Beta Ray Bill.
That'd be very nice. Well, see, I collect 3 different things when it comes to art. I collect sketches of my favorite character, which is Batgirl. I collect sketches of my characters. Most recently, it's all been Hero. And the third thing I collect are creator-owned sketches. What I mean by that is if somebody created something, I want a sketch from them of their creation. Like, for example, if I was going to get a sketch from Ethan Van Sciver, it would be of Cyberfrog. If I was going to get an original Eric Larson, it would be Savage Dragon. If it was a Todd McFarlane, it would be Spawn, that type of thing. And I have a few of those. I have an original from Steve Rude of one of the characters from Nexus, and I have an original Turtle by Peter Laird, which is awesome.
Not really.
It is awesome, so shut up. But I actually have an original Batgirl sketch from Walter Simonson, which is, there's a story behind that. Actually, I made it into a video. Go check out the video. Walter Simonson, Batgirl. Go check out the video. All right, that's it. I'm done monopolizing your time. You get to speak now.
You're awful.
All right, Matt, back to me again. All right, let's talk some more. You know there's a football game on right now, right?
Football sucks.
Yeah, well, to some people.
I don't watch football.
I know you don't, but I do.
Because they're all a bunch of communists now.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
That's right. That's why you want to watch it. You've got male cheerleaders now.
Oh no, we're losing 3-0.
It's the Jaguars. You should be used to it by now.
You know, the last I had heard.
You really should be used to it. Okay, when final adjustments to these pages are made, like converting them to CMYK and all that, one thing.
He is super, super dark on your screen, man. That's all I'm saying.
It's not dark to me.
Okay, well.
It's not dark on the stream. But I don't know what level brightness you're being set to.
Charlie's chiming in. He's saying hi.
Are you going to let me finish what I was saying?
Yeah, I'm listening. I heard everything you said. Keep going.
When final adjustments are made to this, like adjusting things to CMYK, turning up the brightness, if things are a little too dark, because I do not have a print calibrator. I can't calibrate things for print. I can only turn down my monitor and guess. And things that I've had printed are fairly close. Sometimes they have to be adjusted. These images, it's all going to have to be flattened first.
Marco says he wants that light skin brown. Racist.
On my screen, this brown is not that dark.
Oh, well, all I'm saying is it's much darker than what's on YouTube, so it's weird. But
you're talking about different screens, man.
I know, I understand
different screens set to different things. A lot of people, when they stream video games using the default dark and light settings in a game, it comes out super, super dark on the stream, and they have to crank their bright way up. I've seen that a lot. There's a lot that you lose a lot when you stream of your image fidelity. It happens to everyone. I haven't changed a thing. Except turn my screen down over time. I can't do anything about it. Unless I use a different brown here than what I've been using. And I use the color, as I've slowly shifted that brown to a warmer brown from the beginning, I've been using a color picker. I use the color picker. I'm sure this looks darker too. Like if you look at this in the Hangout and go look at this on Twitter and look at this on YouTube, they're all going to look a little different. And also depending on what device you're using. He wants that light skin. Mark is hysterical. Like if I printed this, if you go up close, none of this should show up black if you're looking at it. None of the blacks are pure black. But some of it will.
Yeah, yeah.
And I need to flatten it. Well, this isn't the flat version. There's another couple little edits I wanted to make. And I restarted my computer, turned it off last night, and for some reason my tools are messed up. I don't know why. Usually this is the kind of thing that happens when you leave Photoshop up. Don't turn your computer off that this happens. Not when you turn your computer off. That's usually what fixes it. Like all my tools are crosshairs instead of the shape of the tool. Instead of the size and shape of the tool. And that's...
Yeah. Most likely Photoshop updated overnight.
How?
It's going to do that. Usually it does it automatically.
Not if the computer's turned off. And the internet's disconnected.
Stop using logic, god dang it. Just accept the fact that it probably updated, okay?
It can't up...
What did I just tell you? Stop using logic.
It can't update. When
just accept the
my computer. When I'm not using my computer, I completely disconnect it from the internet.
All right, well. All right, so to go back to Marco's original question, who would you want to draw a whatever? I would want...
I already
all three of those things from all my favorite artists. And I actually have all three of those things from several artists, which is kind of cool. But every artist, I have a list in my head, probably of 100 different artists that I like their work. And you know who's one that I have one of all three? I have a hero drawing, a Batgirl drawing, and a creator own drawing for Ben Caldwell. I think his stuff is absolutely fantastic. And I have one of each of those from him. So
I have no idea who that is.
That's all right. That's all right.
Who is that?
Ben Caldwell?
Yeah.
He's got like a really animated type style. He does a lot of
I wouldn't care for it. Okay.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. He doesn't, I mean, he can draw realism, you know, if he wanted to, and he has in the past, but he has a very cartoony type style, and I just adore it. I love it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't hate cartoony styles. It's just not typically my thing.
Yeah. But I have a Batgirl sketch
Which
by
is
him.
funny, is I keep getting stuck working on stuff like that.
Yeah, that is true.
It's weird. I don't understand it. I don't know how it keeps happening to me.
I think it's just because you're weird.
Yeah, that's it. It is odd. Oops.
I was trying to see if somebody was live streaming the game, and they're not. I think it was the first game.
Do you want to go watch the football game?
Oh, I'm fine. You're not live streaming for 3 hours, are you?
Maybe.
Well, if you're gonna live stream for 3 hours, then I'm leaving. But
I mean, you can go watch the game, dude.
No. I'm okay.
And my phone is doing that thing where it keeps crashing on the chat. Okay. Dude, I keep looking down and seeing that light skin brown. Racist.
Marco says, great picks. Anything specific? For me, I would want a Glenn Fabry to do some kind of bloody Green Lantern.
Oh, that could be cool too.
Yeah. Does Glenn Fabry have any creator-owned stuff that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of.
Hmm.
But you know what? I could also go for some of Bisley's like heavy metal stuff.
He's got some creator-owned stuff. Bisley does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the stuff he's done that's published in heavy metal.
Okay, now you just added that the light layer to the front of his muzzle, and that like in your screen that like changed the whole image of him. So that brown, the darker brown that I was seeing, is probably the base that you work off of. So.
Oh, you jerk!
Well, I'm just saying.
Like you haven't watched my process 100 times.
Yeah, I don't like watching your stuff. It's kind of boring.
Oh yeah, Bisley. Yeah, dude. Biz is the man, dude.
Tell me I'm your best friend, and I'll stop.
You are my most tolerable enemy. Take what you can get.
I'll take that for tonight. But I'll bring it up again.
You know what? You're one of the people I used to call a dear friend that I don't.
Before you stopped having dear friends, right?
Yes.
I'm at the top. Just admit that I'm at the top of that list, though, right?
You are at the top of that list of people that I don't now consider people I don't really want to be around.
Marco, I'm trying to get him to admit that I'm his best friend, and
he's been doing it for days.
For just a couple days. So, and he's just not doing the man thing. Just just break down and be truthful.
Well, a man shouldn't need to say my best friend.
Well, I told you could use best buddy if you want. So.
Men don't really shouldn't need to say buddy.
Hey, man, I say buddy all the time.
Hey, buddy, I'm not your friend, guy. That's as far as it should go.
Whatever.
Men are allowed to feel two emotions, hungry and angry, and that's as far as it should ever go. Anything else is just being weird.
Hungry and angry is it? Oh man, I have so much more depth and range in my
Then you're a woman.
No, I'm not.
Men are allowed to be hungry, angry, or horny. That's it.
All right, well.
That's the normal range of male human emotion.
There's a lot within those three, okay?
But those are the three. And you can be all three at the same time. That can make you extra angry.
What about tired? Isn't that in there somewhere?
That's not an emotion.
Well, all right. I guess I can. I think the bottom line is.
I'm waiting for you to be like, wait, hungry is not an emotion. I'll be like, are you sure about that, fat boy?
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'm setting them up, and you're just missing it.
Yeah, I know. Hey, horny's not an emotion either, dummy.
If you're a man, it is.
It's a state of mind. It's not an emotion.
I love watching Bisley interviews at cons. He's hilarious. Jokes around and curses a lot. Yeah.
Actually, angry is the only one of those three that's actually an emotion.
Yeah. Everything I just said's a joke, dude.
No. I'd be offended if I wasn't your best friend.
Hey man, have you been to that Altis that's in there with the Michaels and where the Target is down past work?
Altis? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's kind of like, ever been in a Save-A-Lot? It's like Save-A-Lot, but not as ghetto.
Oh, okay. No, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yeah, no, I've never been in there.
I got to go back there, dude, because they sell this brand of pot stickers, dude, that are just like the ones you get in the Chinese restaurant.
And
they're like $3 a bag, and it's a good amount. Because I bought some when my mom was in town. I cooked them a couple days ago. Put them in the frying pan with some olive oil, a little bit of garlic. Ooh, they were good.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen an interview with Bisley before.
I have. It's been a long time because I don't really watch interviews anymore.
Yeah. Man, do you believe it? Blake Bortles has only completed 1 of 2 passes for 20 yards, and he's already had 1 interception. Man, that sucks.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know what an interception is?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Yeah, see? There you go. And you call me stupid.
What's a football? That sounds weird. Are you making up like sports again?
The sports.
The sports? Is that like the sporks or the snorks? I know what the snorks are. One day that faking ignorance thing is going to get old. And I'm just not going to do it anymore.
Oh, for you?
Yeah. It's not old for me yet. No, I still have a lot of fun with it. Dude.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple of times at work to people, and it just messes them up. Like it just really throws them off.
It doesn't tick me off like it used to because I know you're joking. But whenever you say it, the first reaction I have is, "Oh, well, let me explain it to you then, since you don't know what it is."
Like,
and then you say, "Dude, I know what," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know that already," you know.
Marco's a Hawks fan.
Well, Hawaii doesn't have a football team, so I guess the closest one to him would be the Seattle Seahawks. So that's joking? Who I'm assuming he's what?
Yes. That's heck. I even knew that's what he's meant.
Oh, okay. Well, I just assumed you didn't know what he was talking about.
And I think foosball is the devil. Even I know what he meant. Now, does that look better, Andrew? Yeah, you like that? I finally got this one page finished that I accidentally skipped. Hey, do I need to color these letters, or are you going to re-letter some of this stuff? Because it would be better if you did it.
I'll play with it later. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Because that can be a color now, like a bright red, something really, really bright, or something. Doesn't that suck that you're gonna actually have to do some relettering because this is gonna be in color because some of your sound effects and things need to be replaced? And I think there's some edits. I'm sure Avid will tell us about anything else he finds.
Yeah, I think the one thing he did point out, I either already knew about it or Bob had told me about it, and I just forgot to. I think I may have corrected it on later files. So,
but still, fix it.
Yeah, the files that I have at Lulu for printing have been there for months or for probably a year at this point. So,
still, it wouldn't be bad. Is before we go to print, we find a couple of people in the community who are willing to read it, like go through a PDF and really check it out.
Yeah.
And like do a pass.
I sent multiple copies to people. I did get feedback, but nobody caught that one, so it's all right. New comic review, Silencer number 8. Dear DC Comics, I want my money back.
Yeah, I do. I want my money back for all of them. I think if you notice, there has been a lot of support for New Age of Heroes in the Comicsgate community.
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
And now all those people, several of them, are just going hard against Comicsgate now. So, coincidence? Comicsgate might be responsible for at least a third of their sales on those titles. I may be over-exaggerating a little, but I don't think by much. Maybe more. Because there's no way all the people that are hardcore into what Ethan's doing backed at $25 for Cyberfrog, they're waiting for the cheaper version. There's probably another 2, 3, maybe even 5,000 people. Maybe more than that. You can't gauge it. And I'm gonna buy it again when he does the version that comes out in comic shops.
I'm
gonna buy it again. I'm gonna be like, yeah, put that on my pull. And if he does a nice hardback of all of it collected in a few years, once the entire story arc's done, might buy that too.
Well, I hear you.
Because I want, you know what? I bought White Knight. I liked it. I do want the hardback, and if they do a Batman Black and White, I'm definitely getting that. That's a definite. I will buy it again.
Yeah.
How many? I've bought Batman Hush twice, the unwrapped and the ink, the black and white. They need to do one of those Batman black and whites of Batman Year One. See, Charlie agrees. Batman Year One, David Mazzucchelli in black and white. Yeah, Queen. See, even he's excited. I said Batman Year One, and he, you can't understand him, but he's telling you that you really do need to watch the Batman Year One animated movie. It was the best one of the DC animated movies.
I do think I own it. Maybe.
You said you didn't because it wasn't in steel bookcase when I asked you.
Well,
about it.
that may have been one of the ones I bought before I started doing the steel bookcases, to be honest.
Because it came out a long time ago.
Yeah.
I bought it on DVD, and then when I bought it probably 4 or 5 years ago, or longer, probably close to 6 years ago. I still lived in the apartment, and I've been in this house for 4 years since I bought the house, and I bought it when I think I lived in the apartment. I was at the apartment for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
So it's a good chance I bought it 6, 7 years ago. And I got it for like $5 or $10. Like cheap at the bargain bin. So it came out a while ago, so I don't think you were doing steel bookcase back then.
Yeah, probably not.
I can't believe you, when I talk about it, you haven't seen it. Because in my opinion, it's the best one. It's fantastic.
Hell, I still haven't watched some of the ones I've bought. I still haven't watched the new Superman one I bought,
Yeah, don't bother. I don't know why they needed to tell that story again and make it all kind of New 52-ish.
Yeah, well.
Dude, I know you think everything sucks. I'm trying to tell you, this movie sucks.
Well, I bought the steelbook case, so technically I got to do a review, so I'll get around to it eventually.
It sucks. The animation and everything just keeps going down.
Oh, well.
It's not good. Arkham Asylum was all right. I thought that was pretty fun. It wasn't a Batman. It was a Suicide Squad movie. But okay, fine.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked it.
Well, I saw a trailer for the Freedom Force Ray movie, which is a new DC animated movie. I don't think that's getting a steelbook case release, so I may not have to worry about it.
Andrew.
Actually, I better double check before I say that.
You know what? Even if it isn't still bookcase, you can choose not to buy it if you don't think it looks good, buddy.
Oh, I know. But
you don't.
Oh, I told my wife about the Purge movies being re-released in steelbook cases, and she said, "Why are you telling me this?" I said, "Because you like those movies." And she says, "Honey, I don't like them that much." And I'm like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, yeah.
Probably still going to buy them anyway, but
Yeah, it doesn't.
Ooh, you know what movie? Hey, you know what movie is getting a steelbook case release? It's a wide release scheduled for October 31st of this year.
What's that?
Metropolis. That old classic black and white movie.
The silent film.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is the silent film or not, but...
Well, the original movie was a silent film. I don't want to see that in HD. I don't want to see somebody mess with that. DVD is good enough, and I already own it. I don't... No. Unnecessary. If you ever watch a classic movie that you really loved in HD on Blu-ray, it ruins it. It does not look good. Tell you, I watched part of Ben-Hur one time on AMC streaming in HD, and I was just like, no.
Yeah. There was some really bad sci-fi movie that my father-in-law was watching on his 4K TV, and I stopped and I looked at it and go, is this a a soap opera because it had
That's
that kind of detail in it. And turns out it was a sci-fi. And I knew the movie. I recognized the movie after a minute. It's like, oh, this is just bad.
that's what it does to things that were shot back then. They
Yeah.
weren't meant to be that clear. When you're watching Ben-Hur, you shouldn't see brushstrokes in the background matte painting.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't see that the crowd is just these like quickly painted on blobs of a thing, a shape that's supposed to be shoulders, and another little shape that's supposed to be a head. You're not supposed to be able to see that detail. It's supposed to look like a blurry, distant image that's out of focus. And when you put these movies in HD, it wrecks it.
Mm-hmm.
You destroy the illusion. And heck, look at how many current movies that are shot in HD, where someone needs to tell the either the director or the director of cinematography, learn what depth of field is, you jackass.
Yeah. Oh my
I
gosh.
should.
Do you know there's a Human Centipede Steelbook trilogy case out there? Never even knew that existed. That's not something I need to go out and get, but it's interesting.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Okay.
I've actually never seen any of the movies, so.
You know what? You should watch the first one and the second one.
Have you seen the third?
You know.
See, Charlie's saying no, don't do it.
Oh, okay. The first one is like awful, but like ridiculous awful. So there's some campy humor reasons to watch it. The second one treats it like the first one was real, and this guy was inspired by it to do it for real to people. And I retched the first time I watched it. The first and only time I watched it, I physically retched in one scene.
You know, it's not my thing, so I probably will never see it, but...
Yeah. I mean, and then I had to unzip. I mean, wait, what? No, I'm kidding. It was... It was... It's a horror movie I only watched once.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you something.
Okay, I gotcha.
It was the baby scene. Oh God. Oh. Is the baby scene that's one of the scenes that got me a little bit. Like, it was just so graphic.
Okay, I believe you.
You want to hear all about it?
No, not really.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, positively, super duper, ooper.
It involves a woman who ripped herself free of the centipede.
And
she was pregnant. So as she's trying to escape in the car, she goes into labor from the stress. And as she's trying to escape, the baby drops out of her into the floorboard, and she mashes it while she's trying to mash the gas pedal to get out of there, because she's so panicked and crazed with fear.
That does sound pretty gross.
I'm just like, I got a pretty strong stomach, and it was just, ooh. Like, the first one was cheesy and the second one was so graphic and shot in black and white, so it made it look more realistic.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes. The second one looks much more realistic than the first one, and it's way more graphic in a way I just was not expecting, because the first one was so cheesy. I'm like, oh man, this is going to be good for a laugh. This is going to be hilarious. And I watched it, and I was like, this is truly disturbed in a way I was not ready for. I felt, as many horror movies as I've seen, and how much of an insensitive monster I can be, that was jarring. Like, it got me to to be like, yeah, to just kind of be like, yep, I'm done with that.
That sounds pretty gross.
It was gross. It was the grossest horror movie I've ever seen.
You know, they have a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Steelbook case set for the entire, I don't know if this is the first season or multiple
Of the original
seasons.
series?
Yeah.
Of the original series from the 90s.
The original series.
The one from Japan from the 70s or something?
No. This is
The one from the 90s.
yeah.
Okay. Well, it's got a good nostalgia fan base, man.
Oh yeah.
It came along too late for me to like it.
Same with me. I remember you and I seeing advertisements in comic books for it and going, "Oh, this could be interesting," but never ever getting into the show.
Oh no! I saw the advertisement for it and was like, "This looks like shit."
No, that's not what you said to me when I showed it to you.
No, I thought it looked like
I
shit.
specifically remember what you said, and no, I don't. I don't remember specifically what you said, but it looked like crap.
Well, I always thought the show looked like shit. I didn't like it.
Well, this is before we actually saw the show. This was when they were just showing us the advertisements. Because we saw the advertisements in comics first.
I don't remember ever seeing the advertisements in comics.
Okay, well, trust me, you did.
Yeah, I don't trust you at all.
You should. I'm always truthful with you.
I don't know.
Just like best friends should be. You walked right into that one. Sorry.
Marco? You need a best friend, Marco?
Hey, you can't pass me off. That's not the way this relationship works.
I can shove your body in a box and ship it to Hawaii.
It might not be too bad, I think.
Marco's like, screw you, man. I'm out of here, dude. I left like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, so sad. I don't know which is worse. You talking about the Human Centipede 2 or me talking about being a serial killer? You know?
Well, I'm discussing something fictional.
Well, so was I.
Jury's still out.
Whatever.
I'm a little weirded up.
Okay. Well, we don't have to relive that. Where's Todd at? Come on, man.
He said he wasn't
It's
joining.
Saturday. What? I know, but he said he would if he could, but
I was going to make some jokes, but they're jokes that could be used against me, even though I'm making them about a friend that's cool with it. So, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you know me. If you want to make a joke about me, I'm cool with it.
It's something I could get hemmed up on later.
Oh, well. Oh, man. I did try to lay down when I got home, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah, I passed out. I took like two really short naps. That kind of messed me up a little bit.
I got all excited because we were laying down and I got a call and it was a scam call and I was like, "All right, yes!" But it wasn't a lower your interest rate credit card scam call. It was one of the police whatever things. Yeah. It's the one where they call you and they ask for somebody random, and when you tell them, sorry, that person, I don't know who that person is, you got the wrong number, and then they say, well, maybe you can help me, and I'm like, no, and he kept talking, and I'm going, no, and he finally stopped talking, and I said, you don't even know who you're.
Yeah, and you don't even know. I can't hear you at all, Andrew. Your mic cut out. Or did my stream cut out? I don't know. I'm all alone here. I'm scared. I'm so afraid. Somebody hold me. Do do do.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You should see what I wrote in the chat.
I'm sure it's bad. Do you need a best friend?
You were saying I'm so lonely. I'm all by myself.
Oh, dude. So weird.
Yep, it's bad.
You know what's going to be funny is if we do end up on some other people's streams to promote, like, how many people are going to understand? Going to be like, these two guys are freaking crazy, dude. They're working on a comic together, and all they do is go on other people's streams and yell at each other.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm going to.
Oh, well, yeah, there we go. All right, now. I should have seen that coming. Damn it. All right, the Jags scored. Very good. My mom invited me to the game. They have season tickets, and she asked if I wanted to go, and I'm like, no, not really. It's too dang hot to go to a game. Even at night, it's too dang hot.
It's too hot. Todd is soy for missing the stream. It's very soy to miss one of my streams. You are less soy than Todd.
That's why I'm your best friend.
Fine. I'll let you be my best friend.
Oh, yes, I win. I win. What's that?
Because you showed up to the stream.
That's right. I'm going to go tell my wife, Avery's my best friend. Or I'm Avery's best friend. You see, you're not really my best friend, but
oh, yeah.
I'm yours. So
yeah, that's if it'll shut you up.
Oh, how sad. How sad. Oh, man. Now I feel so fulfilled. My life has meaning now.
I take it back.
Oh, I'm dying here. All right. What page number are you working on?
This is page 121. And let me see, where's 120? Can't remember if I'm on 120 and 122 because this is where I was when my mom was here. Yeah, 120 and 121.
Oh, okay.
Was here. And I went back already and finished that page from way back that I forgot to color Hawkeye swinging. So I went back and finished that.
Yeah, I saw that. So good.
And now I got to get back and pick up the pace and get this ball rolling again.
Yep. So are we doing lunch tomorrow, by the way?
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, cool. I got to check and see what Mike's schedule is, see if he's able to come, because he's working late this evening. So
Marco's like, LOL. Marco's laughing at our stupidity.
Yeah.
Of which there is plenty.
Well, I got a question for Marco. Marco, do you have a best friend? You know, do you have somebody that you could rely on who picks on you every second he gets? You know?
I don't pick on you every second. Actually, you know what? Sometimes when I give you a stay of execution, it makes you even more paranoid where you're sitting there going, well, I know you're going to say it. Come on. I'm like, nah, dude, I just thought I'd take it easy on you today, man. It makes you actually more paranoid when I don't.
It's so rare that you actually, ease up, so that's what she said.
Stay of execution. It makes you more paranoid.
Oh. He says he has 2 kids. Yeah, kids can be it can be your friends, your best friends, My kids are too old. Well, actually, I'm more comfortable being a guy around Michael now, but He's 24, so
Yeah, his kids are old.
yeah, my kids are old.
Both his kids are in their 20s, man.
I had to try. I tried to have a conversation with my daughter the other day, and I was just, it was not going well in the fact that I was being a weird dad. I wasn't trying to be. I was trying to be a cool dad, and I have a hard time pulling that off. So
No, really, Andrew?
yeah.
I would have never guessed.
Hey, did you read those comments that one guy that was having the issues with Comicsgate? Um, oh, his are 9 and 7. Oh, he's got a long way to go to catch
Oh,
up to me.
man. Yeah, yours are still babies.
Yeah. The one with Mike S. Miller about the guy that didn't want to support Comicsgate but wanted to cash in on all the
Yeah, that makes no sense. Hey, I don't want to be associated with you guys, but promote me. That's going to get you associated with Comicsgate no matter what. If you're friendly to someone in Comicsgate, they will try to associate you with Comicsgate. They try to even do it to people who are just neutral and don't care. you know?
Yeah.
Some people, it's not a either or. There are people out there who don't give a shit either way. Yeah, if you go on any of these guys' channels, you're automatically associated. So why would you want to if you want to be separate?
Yeah.
I truly don't understand. It's not a judgment. It's like I don't understand what you're saying, or do you not know what you're saying, which could be a possibility. Because I didn't. I'm like I don't. Well, okay, fine. Yeah, I was even telling you about the guy. That was the thing I was talking about one time in the stream. That I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
The book was real cartoony. That you would like it to check it out. That's the same dude.
Yeah, I know, and I did.
And that's totally cool. And you can be like, hey, that's not my bag. I'm not in. I'm not in that crowd. Okay, cool. Totally valid. That's. But
okay, so I'm checking out. You remember the guy that the snark, whatever his name is, the one that left the comment on my thing?
Yeah, the crazy person.
Somebody shared the live stream that they did the Comicsgate live stream. So time for part 2, and then they of course ringed him in, and then somebody made a comment, says love for indie comics is his name. He says he basically admitted in the same stream that Frog Comic has always sold 10,000 copies, even compared to some indie books. That's not good. Does he not realize that he's talking about a $25 comic and not like a $3.99 comic?
10,000 copies of a prestige format, 48 pager, indie, direct sale,
Mm-hmm.
of a signed book. That is good. That's awesome. And people were willing to pay for all those extra perks. That's a home run.
Yep.
Selling 10,000 of anything when you're indie is huge. And to do it all direct to your customers, not Diamond not getting a cut, that's a huge profit. He still would have made a ton of money if people had only bought at the $25 level. He would have done really, really well. It wouldn't have been like 500,000, but it would have been amazing. It would have been a huge success. What they're accomplishing, what Mitch accomplished, is huge. everybody that's at least getting funded to where they're in the black is a big deal. I've done 96 pages or something, or 94 or 92. So it was something like that, of a graphic novel published through Image, and I never saw a dime. It didn't do well enough to make money, from what I was told. And okay, but that's a lot of work to make nothing. That is it. My best work? Oh dear God, no. But still sucked. I did 3 projects through Image. One unaccredited, just some assists on grayscaling. Another, I did the entire book, pencil, ink, color. Third project, I colored a few illustrations for a children's book. That's the only thing I made a dime on, because that was work for hire.
Yeah.
So I did all that stuff at Image and made like $700. You do a 48-page book and make $100,000 or 75,000 in sales. Let's say 75,000 sales. That's somewhere around what Mike Miller's made. That is huge. That's really, really good. You can fulfill all that for 25,000. Unless you're doing something crazy like a chromium cover or something, and he can fulfill that entire thing for probably around 25,000. And he's got 50,000 so that makes all that 25,000 deductible, and then he has to pay his taxes on the 50 left for one book.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You do that 2-3 times a year, which wouldn't exhaust your fan base. Maybe make it a little bit cheaper and offer tiers where you have extra copy, and he would have extra copies to hold on to create a tier to get 1 and 2 together when you do 2. That is one thing you want to consider also. You want to do a big print run. But keep that version of the book. And then you change the cover to do the version that goes through Diamond. You split it up into 2 issues and put it through Diamond. And you take $10,000 to do that print run. Or, and that's going to be one heck of a print run. Or do it as a 48-page stapled, nice printing, like an average Image book. But it's stapled for $3.99, $4.99, and put it through Diamond, and you've used $10,000 to do a really, really good print run, to where you have copies for a long time to include as bonus stuff in your other things, because you're probably only going to do 2 to, if you're someone like Mike, you're going. Anywhere between 2 to 10,000. 10,000 being high through Diamond. But you can do one heck of a print run to have those for later on, to throw in your other Kickstarters and to sell signed copies of. And you're all in the black from the jump. And those are all guesstimate numbers. I'm probably off by a lot. Or actually, probably not off by too much.
You know what? I think I'm going to make a mistake.
What's that?
I was going to make a video pointing out this SJW idiot who
No,
commented.
no,
No. Let me finish. Let me finish, because he said something that I'm actually taking to heart, but not that I think I would be turning him into a SJW star, but I could easily do that. You know?
Yeah, that's why it would be a mistake to feed the trolls.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is ignore them. They hate that. They hate that.
Nah, I think I'm going the other way.
I would wait until you have something for sale.
No. I got an idea.
It's a bad idea.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, it's a bad idea.
Not necessarily. You say that about all my ideas, and they usually turn out to be wrong.
No. I'm right most of the time. I would wait till you have something for sale. That way you can monetize them.
Nope, we don't have enough followers. We don't have enough people. It's all about getting more followers, more people.
Well, you're taking a risk on it not working.
No, I know. But at least I'm taking a risk. Doing something.
I wouldn't bother with him.
Well, something he said kind of chimed true, and that's what I want to talk about.
What?
We'll just have to wait and see the video. I don't even know if it's worth even showing the guy's name.
Because you're so bad at explaining yourself. It's like, ugh. I'm afraid of you just giving them ammo.
You know what I think's funny is the thing that you thought was going to be the thing I pissed people off the most about with that video. Not a single person has even mentioned it.
Because none of them have seen it yet.
I know. That's the funny thing. This guy didn't see my video. He just commented on the fact that I mentioned Comicsgate.
Yeah. They don't watch. A lot of them don't actually watch the videos. And they don't pay attention to the real timeline of who did what first. They really don't.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Anything they say to you or do is not a sincere effort to communicate, to exchange any sort of information. It's 100% purely about perpetuating an ideology. They're not interested in the truth at all. Truth is irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, if somebody wants to go and see who this guy is, they can go to my tweet and they can find it out. I'm not going to broadcast it on my YouTube channel. But I'm more than willing to let them do it, you know? I'm not going to block the guy or anything, you know?
Oh, so you want to tick off one of them so they come after you?
No, that's fine.
Okay. No, I'll just...
Well, I kind of expected more of a response by now, and this guy's the only guy that threw down, and, you know?
Because you're not big enough to warrant a response yet.
I know. But I'll get there.
They're all about trying to hurt Ethan.
Yeah.
they plan this weirdo stuff.
Oh, I know.
It's so weird. It's so weird, dude. Oh, it's so freaky. Like, I wouldn't sit around with any group of people and plan out an argument with anyone. We don't have enough people. That's what she said.
Oh. Did he really say that?
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't sit around in any group and plan out any argument with anyone ever. It's too weird. I wouldn't mind getting into groups where everybody's talking about printing costs and printers and shipping options. That sounds fascinating. I really, 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 really would love to be in some of those. That Zach and Ethan and all them are in.
Mm-hmm.
God, I would love to be in some of those groups and hear some of those printing quotes and stuff they're getting from people, and methods of distribution they're talking about. It's like, I want to know. That's interesting. I want to know. I want to hear what other printers are, besides some of the stuff I know of, are wanting to charge for these size jobs. I would love to. That sounds incredibly interesting. Which probably to a lot of people might sound really boring, but not to me. I love hearing about, what kind of print run of a graphic novel the size of what Hero is going to be can you get for like $10,000,
All right, here's a funny thing. I don't know if you know about Jeff Lemire posted a thing on his blog about, thoughts on Comicsgate. It's time to speak up now, and I'm just reading from it. He says, if you don't like the stories that creators are telling, then don't buy them. That's your right. What is not your right is to attack them and try to silence their voices. You mean like Mark Waid did to DNC and his deal with Antarctic Press?
Where's anyone tried to silence anyone? Besides them? Like seriously, I genuinely want to know. Is it customers complaining about inflammatory statements and people losing their jobs because somebody said something really, really wacky and crazy? What are you talking about?
No.
Using offense as a weapon is a two-edged sword. If you go swinging it around, you can cut yourself. You go swinging it around like a dick. Yeah, I don't care about anything Jeff Lemire says. It's of no interest. I'll never buy anything from him ever again. And I deeply apologize to him for ever buying anything of his. I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again, sir.
Isn't it Antarctic? Or is it Antarctic?
Antarctic. Like the Antarctic.
Yeah.
Like the place. Evil company. Evil company. No one should buy any comics from me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just bought Black Ops 1 and 2. But I kid.
Okay, I put out a tweet. We'll see. Let's see if I can piss some people off.
You don't have enough followers for them.
Oh, I know. But, you know, I put up one video and I pissed one guy off, so that was worth it.
They're gonna dox you.
Like I care.
They're gonna dox you, and some SJW Antifa type's gonna show up at your doorstep.
Dude, how many times have I doxed myself? Okay, give me a break.
A lot. You can't stop yourself.
Man, if they show up at my doorstep, I'll send my 25-pound guard dog on them, and my 6'7" daughter's boyfriend to go out there and kick their asses. He'd probably do it too.
They got bike locks.
He's still 6'7". And he's a black guy, so I mean, he's kind of intimidating.
Oh my god! That they can use. That they can use.
Oh, well. The time is now to stand up for female comic book creators. Really? Okay.
Okay.
The time is now to stand up for transsexual comic book creators. The time is now for creators of color and all sexual orientations, race, and religions. If you don't do that, we don't deserve to keep making comic books ourselves. So don't just like tweets, say something. Let's marginalize creators and voices. Man, this guy's just proving my point.
They can't help themselves. They really can't, dude.
Don't just tweet. Say something. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start saying something. Let marginalized creators and voices know that we are with them. Man, I'm a marginalized creator. I'm a short, fat, white, nerdy guy from Florida. You know, there's not a lot of us out there. You know, short, fat, nerdy, white guy making kid comics. There's not a lot of us out there.
Dude, that would eat them up. That would eat them up. They couldn't stand it. Oh, it'd be kind of funny.
Oh, this is so much material for another video.
Yeah.
This seems to have made a lot of people angry. Oh, well, okay, if you say so. I'm not angry. I wasn't angry at him. I just want to know why he thinks I'm a bigot, you know? It's just, I still don't understand.
You are complicit. In what? What are you talking about, dude? Seriously.
No, the truth is, I am secretly a member of the KKK. I need to get a picture of me with well, actually, it would be more like Raphael with his hand around his arm around me, because I can't reach as tall as his shoulders are. And I'll stand there and have him put his arm around me, and I'll put the caption up says, "I'm a member of the KKK." Or KKK Comicsgate is what they're calling us now, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, God. Did they know how funny they are?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the point of that is to get people hurt. That's the messed up part.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Hey, hold on a second. Let me read this line to you. See what you think of this one. I had hoped more creators who, like me, have had the privilege of creating comics free of this sort of abuse and scrutiny, because we are white and we are men, would have joined me in denouncing Comicsgate.
Dude, we we rag on them. We rag on everyone if you do something dumb. They do,
Jeff Lemire, you're an idiot. I'm so glad you're here.
Jeff Lemire, you're an idiot. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, dude, that's good. That's good. Jeff Lemire, you're an idiot. I'm so glad you're here. Jeff Lemire, the gift that keeps on giving. He's so crazy. He doesn't. Thing is, though, crazy people that crazy don't know they're crazy.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? It's white man guilt. He has had such an easy life in creating comics. Even when he creates crappy comics about, living in Canada and being on a hockey team as a 6-year-old kid, I mean, he made that into
awful.
Yeah, I know, but see, he got a whole bunch of kudos and people giving him awards, and I guess he feels like now he's had everything handed to him because, of course, he's a white man.
Wait, are you telling me Canada's real? I thought that was a wives' tale they tell to scare little kids.
I don't know. Marco wants to move there. I've never been there. I don't know if it frickin' exists.
But it's real? That's a real thing?
Yeah, ask Marco. He was saying he was going to move there.
Marco, is Canada real? I just thought it was like the Boogeyman or something. I didn't think it was a real place. I thought it was like Slender Man.
No. From what I understand, they've got French people up there. I really wouldn't want to get involved with that, That's yeah, I know. But
I thought that was like Slender Man. I didn't think it was real. So stupid. God bless that crazy puppy kicker.
From what I understand, he does kick puppies.
That's.
You know what's really funny?
You know what? No, this is how you have to frame it. I'm sure it's just a vicious rumor, a complete total lie.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But you know what's so funny? In his profile, he lists his books: Royal City, Descender, Black Hammer, Plutonia, Trilogy, Trillium, Essex County, Sweet Tooth, Secret Path, and Roughneck. He doesn't list Terrifics.
Weird. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he wants to get Terrifics ended.
Well, maybe he does. Hold on a second. I wonder. Wasn't the Terrifics? Wasn't it? Hold on a second. Let me look here real quick. I guess he can't say he created the Terrifics.
No.
These all characters were created. So this really isn't his baby. It's not something he created.
No, never.
Well, I know Silencer was created by what's his name and John Romita Jr. and so forth. So
yeah, John Romita Jr. I like John Romita Jr.
He doesn't list his Hit Girl work on Hit Girl either.
He's not proud of it.
I guess not.
He's ashamed. He's ashamed of his puppy kicking ways.
Ugh, I need to go make 2 more videos now. I got to make one more video. I'll make one video tonight, and then I'll make the other video tomorrow. I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to have to start making a lot more Comicsgate videos.
Comicsgate.
Yeah, I got the introduction already set up and everything with the cute little tune and everything. So
I am Comicsgate. I am the leader of Comicsgate. everybody's like, I am the leader of Comicsgate. And I'm like, oh.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not the leader of Comicsgate. I'm a follower.
No,
I'm definitely a follower.
It's a bit, dude.
I know. I've seen the video. It's great. It was awesome.
Like Ethan asks people that all the time when he has them on the stream, and they go,
"Oh shit, John McCain died."
What?
John McCain died.
Huh.
Well, I know. I heard just in the news, like on Friday, that he was stopping taking treatment for his brain cancer.
Oh yeah. Oh well, dude, cancer treatment is so awful. Sometimes the cure is actually worse than the disease, and the cure will kill you.
Yeah.
Like one of my dad's brothers got diagnosed with cancer after my dad, and he saw what my dad went through and the quality of life my dad had afterwards. That he was just like, yeah, no treatment. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
So, that's the way that went. It's not pretty. You've seen it.
Yep.
It's ooh. Either way, it ain't pretty.
Kind of sad about John McCain.
Wow. I'm not commenting.
No, I know. I had someone in the peripherals of my life that passed away recently, and my reaction was not nice. And my reaction this time was actual shock, and I feel for his family.
Yeah, sure.
Boy, do we know how to drive down a live stream or what?
You did that.
Yeah, I know. That's just because I was reading Twitter, so.
Yeah, you did that on purpose to my stream. Thanks, man. Thanks, dude. You're awful. Thanks, man. You're a pal.
I know.
Well, you know what? We've been going for an hour and a half. So we can call it.
Our friend retweeted a tweet that somebody put out and says, as of yesterday, $1,596,787 in total sales across the 22 projects on Indiegogo. That pretty much makes up Comicsgate.
Yeah.
Almost $1.6 million. And
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, for independent people doing crowdfunding, that's really awesome. And not to mention people that are building successes that are outside of Comicsgate just because they're doing their own thing, like Brian Polito.
Yeah.
Doing his own thing, man, making it happen, building that audience and growing and growing and growing. That's very impressive stuff.
We lost Russ Heath, like what, just a day ago or so?
I don't know.
Russ Heath, you know who he is?
I'm actually not familiar with him.
Oh, okay.
I saw the post.
Yeah.
I was never familiar with him.
Gerald actually introduced me to some of his stuff from It
does look like the kind of thing I would have been into if I had...
Definitely, but he was before our time, so that's still pretty awesome. I mean, not awesome that he died, but awesome in his work.
Yes. It totally looks like the kind of thing I'd have been into if I'd been aware of his stuff, if I'd come across it. Because I really like Gene Colan. And I really like some other stuff like that. There's this one illustrator, I can't get his name come to mind. he did a lot of like detective book paintings and detective. I think he did some comics too. And I can't remember his name. I feel stupid, but he was amazing. And I feel so stupid I can't, because I've got like images of his paintings for book covers going through my head. Some of his black and white drawings going through my head, and I'm like, what? I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah. No, you're just gonna have to do some Google searching for next time you do a live stream, because you're gonna have to figure it out.
Nah, I'll forget, or I'll come across his stuff on Pinterest or Twitter or something. Somebody posting and be like, oh yeah, that's his name.
All right, there you go.
I won't have to. It'll pop back up.
All right, putting this baby to bed.
Yep.
All right.
Marco, thanks for checking it out. Anybody that watches Andrew kill my stream,
he said that's what besties are for.
Exactly. Anybody that watches this later, you probably should have stopped like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, before Andrew like killed it.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe could have gone longer. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, but if you replay it, you'll hear the part where he admits best friend.
Yeah, but I took it back.
No, you didn't. No, I didn't hear you take it back.
I said, yeah, I take it back.
Nope, I never heard that.
Well, the point of throwing the dog the bone was the dog was supposed to shut up.
Oh crap! I didn't realize that was part of the deal.
Yeah, that's like if it'll shut you up.
Man, doesn't it suck to be you sometimes?
Always.
Yeah.
My life is a black hole of despair.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Time to end the stream now, black hole.
Yeah.
Black hole sun.
Later, Marco. Thanks.